Hello and welcome to a map review. We will be looking at this map here, Springfield Estate by Richard Gibbs. This is a relatively recent update to the Springfield Estate map. This is version 2.0. This version is seasons compatible, so we'll be testing things with seasons. There is one snag. We had issues before. I've tried to kind of unload this up with Courseplay. Courseplay seemed to crash the game as it loaded, so we are going to leave that out for the moment. It could be just the version of Courseplay that I'm running, but it could be something wider. So for the moment we will leave that unselected. So taking a look at the error log, we have nothing really there to note. So let's kind of jump in. Just enable flight mode so we can jump up. We have spring, seasons are here, all that good stuff. I'm just going to advance the time a little bit because it is very dark. Seasons obviously kind of changes the light depending on the time of year, and at this time of year in spring it is dark, so I'm just going to lighten things up. There we go, it's a bit better. So let's take a look at the map. So we have it's quite a small compact map is the Springfield Estate. What we've got here is 24 fields, sort of crammed into a relatively tight confined area. We have placeable space, we have some other stuff going on and various things. So we own, the map has the standard fruit types, so there's no multi-fruits here. We have let's have a look. We own one field, which is field 24, which is this one here, right next to the farm, and nothing else on the map is ours. So there we go. Let's take a look at the sale points. We have 5 total. We've got a spinnery, we've got a couple of grain, so we've got the brewery, and we've got a biomass heating plant and a barn for sale of straw. As you can see, this is just the sort of standard stuff to sell. We only have sheep as the animal of note on this farm. There are no other animals, and we have 100,000 storage on this farm. Obviously you can tip store, however if you're playing some multiplayer that is not recommended. So here we are on the farm. Let's take a look at the starting equipment. We start off with an AgroStar 6.61 from Deutschfahr. We have a New Holland T6, a New Holland T7 heavy duty. We have a New Holland TC 5.90 combine. We have an 18-foot header for the combine and a header trailer. We have a TKD 302 AgroLiner tipper. We have an Amazon Ketros 6002-2 cultivator. We have an Amazon Cryon 200 plough. We have a Horsch Pronto 9 DC seeder. This is a direct seeder, so you don't need to cultivate. We have an Amazon UF 1201 and the FT 1001 extra tank. So this is the sprayer that you put on the back with an integrated tank, and then you've got the front tank to give yourself extra spraying capacity. We have a big baler 1290 from New Holland. We have a pickup truck. We have a vehicle workshop, and that's placed somewhere on the farm, I guess. So that's the starting equipment. Here we are in the farmyard. Let's take a quick look around. And so we've got a couple of sheds. We've got our pickup truck there. We've got a Deutschfahr with the the sprayer. We have placeable storage, essentially, not placeable, but the seed, liquid and solid fertilizer tanks placed there. We've got some more storage that we sort of dotted around the farmyard. These are the kind of old style corrugated roof barns, you know, probably made of asbestos, something like that. There's our combine. We have some more storage for our equipment, and that's pretty much it. We have a water fountain on the lot, a little fire hydrant there, not for drinking apparently. And there we have our farmhouse where we spawned in. This could be fuel, I don't know, but possibly. So we've got this is quite a small compact farmyard, and everything sort of spawns off there. This is the field that we own. Here we go. Now the fields are not very big. Unfortunately, we don't have course play on, so we can't really do the size of this field. But we can see the fields from we'll check out a couple of the other fields and see what the sort of comparable sizes are. Take a quick look around the map. Head over to the sheep. The sheep pasture is here. It's quite a sort of compact space. We have here with various things. We've got a gate. It's just a little fence. So this is possibly the wool spawn point. We've got feed there. We have water here, and then obviously we've got our sheep living there. So this is definitely the wool spawn point. I know this is the animal dialogue point. So where the wool spawns, I don't know. Actually, I just want to check something. I actually remember. Oh yes, it does have wool on there. So we should have a wool spawn point somewhere. I'm not sure where it's going to spawn, but that should be around here. Little pathway on the farm back to the farmyard. We've got field 24 there. More pasture and grass here. I guess we can cut this and use this as free grass on the farm. It's actually quite a big space, to be honest. It's like free grass. So let's kind of head south now and head to the estate brewery. So here is the estate brewery with some German beer there. But there's a sale point. It's straightforward sale point, drop off point there. Guinness is good for you. Well, this is true. Guinness is good for you. There we have the sort of the brewery stroke pub stroke whatever. Obviously make a local brew. Go into the field behind. Let's head. We're going to go anti-clockwise, so we head to the barn. This is the sell point for wool, for straw and hay. We also have another sale point here, which will be for various grains and so on. And as you can see, they've got the kind of little sort of tip points for the sale of there. Let's just check out this sign. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. Yep, this is Springfield Grains, Springfield Straw Sale Point. Please drive slowly because this is the spinnery too. And we don't want to... So this is definitely kind of the main sale point. Let's head up here to the biomass heating location. We have a little bit of woodland behind us here. As you can see, some trees. We'll head back here. That spawn point there kind of put us in the middle of field. I'm just hoping we can... No, we can't get over that. This is the biomass heating plant. We drop in wood chips or whatever here, and we can get some money from Woodshare Plus. There is no BGA on this farm. Check up here. This is the store. So this is our sale point for farm machinery. Quite a straightforward thing, simple enough. You can buy and sell equipment. We've got a little workshop here. We have fuel, and we have the spare point parts are not seeds or anything, so that's just kind of standard sale point there. Okay, let's look at field 21, partly because field 21 here, 2.84 hectares, by the way, for £230,000 to purchase. This is field 21, which is this one here. It's kind of roughly around the same size as that field 24. This is right next to a sort of vacant lot. This is for placeables. It's quite a big lot here. You could get a few placeables on here. There is the vehicle workshop over there. But essentially here we've got some space where we can drop anything down. In terms of some of the other fields, let's take a look. This is field 11. It is a 1.14 hectares. It's 92,000. The farm is kind of here. We're at 21, so 13. Which are very confined. It's around here somewhere, I guess. No, that's field 7, so there's quite a few actually. Field 13. There we go. Field 13, which is next door. Again, that's 2.91 hectares. It's 235,000 to purchase that one. So we've got a good few fields on there, various options for purchase and so on. We've also got some space and everything else. So manual grain store, which is here. Let's take a look. So this looks like a tipping storage location. So I guess this is essentially a covered storage location. I'm guessing you can use this to tip and store. Not sure what these are. I don't think these are actually anything important other than just decoration. We have over here some equipment. So this is the farm silo. More sheds that we've got to store. We have the tipping point for the silo here. You kind of back in there, and then we have the refill point for the silo too. There's just some empty boxes there. There's nothing really in there. Nice little dry stone walls around the farm. Have we got all the major sort of sites? We've done the biomass heating plant, kind of done down here. The grain sale point, farm silos, brewery. Yep. Oh, there's something here next to field 11. What was that? It looks like a shop. Don't think it's a sell point. There's a good old-fashioned British red telephone box there. Sell points for eggs, so you can sell your eggs here. So there should be some chickens somewhere, I guess. Yes, chickens are on the farmyard. And the chicken coop is here. Well, basically the chickens are running amok. They're all over the place. So there's probably going to be eggs all over the floor. So let's just have a look in the air and have a look around. So here we are from the air. Everything's relatively easily accessible from the main farmyard. There's a little road, little single track road. We've got a little, as you can see, we can see the edge of the map going around the edge. Quite small area. However, we've got, there's a lot of fields packed in here. We've got a bit of placeable space. We've got quite a big actual placeable space, to be honest. And we've got all kinds of stuff on the farm. We've got some woodland as well. Not a huge amount, but there's a little bit there. And we've got some storage, we've got silos, and a little bit of animal husbandry, as it were. So let's take a look, see how this looks with the seasons mod. So the seasons mod should do a few things. So obviously it controls growth and all that kind of good stuff. The thing we're going to look for here is just the visuals here. So we're going to take a look, see what happens in the seasons. So first things first, let's have a look at some seasons. Now we are in springtime, so let's go to summer, see how the summer looks. So visual season, we'll set summer. Basically the trees went a little bit greener. Yeah, the trees went a little bit greener around the edge. Everything kind of looks a little bit greener. Let's go to autumn. And as you can see, the trees have changed to a nice sort of golden brown in some cases, as you can see around. Obviously the edge of the map doesn't change because that's kind of a fixed picture, but obviously the pine trees are staying the same color because they're evergreen. But yeah, so the deciduous trees have changed. And let's go to winter. And everything sort of changes a little bit here and goes, trees are lost their leaves. Everything's looking a bit barren. The evergreen trees are poking through, as you can see on that sort of section over there. We've got our forest should be green, and it is. So, the odd trees that we've got on the fields, they've kind of dropped their leaves. So let's see what the map looks like with some snow. So we'll add a layer, single layer. That's kind of done a little bit. We sort of drop down. We can see that the bit around the buildings is kind of it's a light dusting. We add more snow. It's got a little bit deeper. You can just see that it's added a little bit more around those buildings. Let's add some more. So we've got one layer, we've got two layers, we've got three, or is it 4 layers now? Has 4 layers gone in? It looks like it only takes 3. So if we just drop down, yeah, I think we've only taken maybe 2 or 3 layers of snow here. We've got snow on the farm now. Chickens are, yeah. The chickens are still out and about. It's a little bit weird. Obviously you can drive through the snow. I've got to turn the vehicle on. You can do donuts in the snow. You get a little bit of tracks with the seasons mod. Makes life a bit fun. Obviously we're not in the full seasons mode here, so we don't have like the cold weather. We're actually in springtime, as it were. But that's just to kind of show you what the map looks like in the snow. It does look good. Obviously the hedges are showing through, but the roads actually fairly clear. Oh no, it looked clear from a distance, but it isn't. All the fields are kind of snowed and all that kind of stuff. So it does, we've got a good bit of snow on the ground here. So, yep, this is essentially the Springfield Estate in winter, what it will look like in the snow, as it were. Although the chickens probably, I don't think the chickens will be out in the winter. I wouldn't have thought so. Obviously the surrounding area, the hills and all that kind of stuff. We can't, those are kind of pictures, so they don't kind of have the snow and everything else, but that's fine. But yeah, it's a visually appealing map. Let's just get rid of the snow and get back to the normal look, and we'll just set it back to spring. So we get the lighter greens of the fresh trees like we have. So there we are. This is Springfield Estate. It is seasons ready, as you can see. It looks pretty good. It's a very simple map. So it is purely about the farming. It is purely about, you know, there's a little bit of space for some placeables, but you're not going to be running massive production chains. You might just run a few things just to give you some extra income, maybe. And something to do in the winter, for instance, if you're doing seasons, of course. So you might want to do a bit of production just to kind of fill in those days where you can't really do anything on the fields. Small starting, you know, small fields, but essentially this is a small map. A lot of stuff packed into it in terms of fields. There's, you know, 24 fields here. Quite a lot packed in. You're going to be looking after your sheep. You're going to be doing your initial farm sort of stuff to build up some money. I'm not sure. I think we do actually have, I'm pretty sure we do actually. We do have missions, so you will be able to run missions. Yep, you do have missions on the farm, and so you can make some money that way. See, that is sort of the kind of gist of stuff that you have here. But yep, there we have it. This is Springfield Estate. It is version 2.001, which is seasons ready. We are just looking over the countryside here. So with that, if you found this review useful, please hit the like button. If you want to see more from our reviews and our Let's Plays, please subscribe to the channel. This has been the Springfield Estate by Richard Gibbs. And with that, thank you all for watching. Have a great day and goodbye.